Hello everyone, David A. Cox here with PCClassesOnline.com, and today we're going to be talking about, yes, the most addictive game for the iPhone. Now, I swore I would not teach this class, however, I do listen to your emails, and after a few requests came in, I decided to bite the bullet, and so today we are talking about Candy Crush. Candy Crush is the #1 game out there right now for every device, whether you're on the iPhone, iPad, Mac, PC, you name it. Basically, everything can play it. So let's go into it. Candy Crush, here we go. It is a free game. Now, the company King that's behind it has created several creative ways, we'll just call it, to get people to pay for it. By buying little bonus items within the game, but to actually play, it is free. Now, you can choose to either play this game solo, just kind of on your own, or you can connect it in with Facebook and play against your friends, which can be kind of fun, I admit. So what I'm going to do is I have admittedly been playing this game, and it's one of those things where I saw it on CNN, and I was like, oh, let's just check it out, and I started playing it, and I realized very quickly that this was going to become very addictive, so I deleted the game. The next day I re-downloaded it, and I haven't stopped since. So, there you go. It is addicting. So let's hit play, and let's just go over how it actually works. Now, some of you out there may be familiar with a game that was really popular about 5 years ago called Beweled. Candy Crush and Beweled are very, very similar in the way they work. So, when you start the game, the goal... they have different goals, frankly. Now, in this case, in this first level, it just said that my goal is to get 960 points in only 6 moves. Now, the way the game works is you want to align like-colored candies to wipe them out, no less than 3 at a time. So, for example, you can see here I have 2 red candies, and here I have another one. I can move this over and swap it with the blue one, and when I do that, you see that they drop down. Now, if you can combine more than 3 candies together, you get little bonus items. Let's see here if I can see any situations where I can do that. Not at the moment, but I can see one that I will be able to do in just a minute. Let's take this purple candy here and move it down. By the way, you will notice that it gives you hints for moves that you can make. Now, most of the time, those moves are actually not in your favor, so don't always pay attention to them. Because this is level 1, it really is trying to help you out. Okay, so in that case, it actually ended up taking away a few more than I thought. But the goal is that as you go through this, you wipe out all these little candies, and the goals change as you play the game. In some cases, it's time-based. In others, you have to wipe out other things on the screen. But it's really a lot of fun, and it's the perfect thing if you're stuck on an airplane for God knows how long, especially now at today's date. We're now into November. You know, we're going to be hitting the winter soon. So if you're stuck in the terminal, there is nothing better than Candy Crush. Just don't miss your flight. So I hope you'll check it out. It really is a lot of fun, and I'll show you what happens as you go through here. Okay, so now you'll see here I got this little striped candy. So what will happen with that one is when I can finally figure out a way to align that, that will wipe out this entire row of candies. And I realize that as I'm telling you this, it sounds incredibly ridiculous. But trust me, it is really addicting. Now right here you can see I have 3 orange candies and I have a 4th one right here. That is how you get those specialty candies. Now the best one you can get is when you can align 5 of them. And what happens is you get this icon, this little candy that looks like a sprinkled candy. And when you connect it with, let's say, a yellow candy, it will wipe out every other yellowed candy that's on the board. Okay? Yes, it sounds incredibly ridiculous. Now, in this case right here, you'll see that this candy has stripes going vertically, and this one here has them going horizontally. When I align this, watch what happens. It wiped out that entire row. Okay? So now, let's see, what other moves do I have here? I've already beaten the level. I just have one more move, so let's make it good.
Sugar Crush.
And you complete the level, and you move on to the next one. Okay? Really simple at first. Obviously, this is level 1, and as you go on, You can buy bonuses. Now, the bonuses are where they try to get you, and that's where they get you to pay. So it gets more and more difficult over time. The other thing that they do is, let me leave this game so you can see this, is if you look at the top left of the screen, they only give you 5 lives at a time. So if you aren't able to complete the level, you still have 4 more tries. After that, you can get more lives, but what happens is this timer will start up, and so you get 1 life every half hour. So it's basically a very clever marketing trick to make sure that you keep checking back to see that you have extra lives. Now, if you decide to connect it with Facebook, you can send a extra life to your friends and they can send it to you. But it's a really incredibly addicting game that even to me sounds increasingly more and more ridiculous the more I try to describe it. But all I can tell you is try it out. It is a lot of fun. David A. Cox here with PCClassesonline.com, and you all have a wonderful day. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.